An article Impact of Technology on Health. Hi, I'm Manjori and I'm here from Baikampadi to talk to you about the impact of technology on health. I wonder if Baikampadi has already become a big name in the international arena for health, education, technology, good students, great teachers, delicious food, peaceful beaches, medium sized businesses, juice junctions, parks, and so much more to be labeled as a lovely community. I have lived and grown up in Mangalore for many years, and now again, after a break, I've picked the outskirts of then quiet and now flourishing city to enjoy parenthood. While we were young and in Mangalore, Dad used to always say that good health and money are essentially just a residue of a life well lived. He made me believe that there is nothing too philosophical about life. It's simply the time spent between fresh wake ups, eating sumptuous breakfast. It's, after all, the same thing as going full tank before a long drive. Then it's about self grooming, appreciating the body in which our conscious soul, feelings, and everything sacred resides. Sorry. The bathing rituals, the cleaning of the bathroom and the clothes, our closets and shoes, our perfumes and toiletries, our makeup, bags which carry our essentials, the thoughts that linger in our minds, the music we listen, the plants in our balcony, our pets, the smile with which we greet our and remember our parents, friends, and family are all of the very core of that life that we well lived. These are the foundation blocks of what lies ahead in the day. For some, it's the travel to work. Personally, for me, it's the most energizing part of my 24 hours. Yes, going to work. The reason behind that is one of my jobs, my most favorite job, needs me to walk past half a constructed road with gravel, potholes, and lots of lovely construction workers, friendly neighbors, and small shops. It's about 10 minutes walk to the school I'm volunteering at, and those 10 minutes are when I video call to my mum in Kolkata. She is the most beautiful lady in this entire universe. Her body had taken shape about 85 years ago, and because of her arthritis pain, she sits on a wheelchair in the retirement villa waiting to see me. That's not that's not only the time we talk that's not the only time we talk in the 24 hours, but the glow on our faces is the most admired thing for all those who cross our paths at that time every morning. The true indication of great health is in the aura we carry around us, the very essence of our survival. It's not easy to be healthy. Imagine tungsten. It is known to be the strongest metal, but it's used as an alloy. Some way, our health is the most important aspect of our existence, but it's really just an enabler of plethora of other realities. Mom still says health is wealth. It's the foundation of all strong structures. But then again, it's a habit, something that's inculcated by the parents and then just keeps happening as a ritual growing up, eventually being in a position to keep passing it on. Technology plays a significant role in the way we live. This statement is true. And we all know it because if we look around right now, we'll see that we can easily make a list of 500 to 1,000 things and more of items that haven't reached us in their natural form. There was some technical influence in catering to our requirements, and that has altered the true nature of the item inside. And what can be noticed is that most of the technology is associated with the use of computers in some way or the other. We can route it back to the previous stage through barcodes, unique identification numbers, manufacturer information, if it's food, the ingredients, the shelf life, and utility. The proper meaning of the word technology has inclined to associate communication in way too many aspects of it. For instance, right now, I'm awake very early in the morning as I'm an online teacher to students of various age groups residing in America, Canada, Texas, etc. I love studying and curating personalities as an educational consultant, but I am also not an early riser and definitely not someone who would wake up this early to exercise my body. But I would for my mind. I believe the morning is another fantastic stage of the day when the cognitive growth and the knowledge distribution is at its best. It's like a prayer getting answered in entirety. I have only recently come out as a full time teacher after struggling to find a way into the industry from the cutthroat competition of the world of corporate dollar management firms, digging their roots right through the heart of politics, information management, complex systems, and niche practices. School, children, timetables, predictable questions and answers, planned life or social environment have always flown through my dream catches. The entry into the edtech world parallelly has led to a direct enhancement of my mental health. I'm more like my mom with regards to spending time being creative with words, but my sister and my dad would wake up to sculpture their minds through their bodies. He used to play badminton between 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and my sister practices yoga around the same time. I believe everyone has different ways to tune their bodies, minds, and souls to the vibrations of nature. I believe that health indirectly is proportionate to the way we believe in God and its existence. When we are gifted with a child, our first words go out to the universe thanking divine forces for bringing all the magic into making another human being. We pray for good health, peace, and harmony, and a great life, and lots of success. And all those prayers never really stop till the very end. It's also true that we allow technology to enhance and control our health. Just like how we have that unbeatable trust in God for keeping us healthy, we have trusted technology to do the same for generations now. So, today, here I am. I'm going to lay the foundation of our thought of consolidating all the health related information into one single app. It's It'll have the mental health, spiritual health, the physical health, and also the health of the environment around us. I also believe that our physical existence in this planet is only a phase. There's a lot more than just the body while it's alive. There's a lot more use of the flesh and the blood, the bone, skin, and everything else when it starts to decompose, because that's the true return of to the nature we used during the time we were alive. Technology can track that. Currently, we are in a reactive stage, or we are reacting to specific health issues. For example, when we get a heart attack, that's when we go to the doctor. When we get high cholesterol or BP, that's when we remember the hospital. But that's not what we do for our cognitive health. We enroll our children to schools whether or not they need it. We assume that they don't know anything and need other people, other qualified people, to explain to them the theories and practicalities of life. We also keep saying that mothers are the first. No, we also keep saying that mothers are the first teachers and home is the first school. So basically, we fill our children's minds with fake realities and hypocrisies. When COVID happened and the world was close to extinction, we held on to our dear ones and paid little attention to that exact same school. Now, after the 2 years of gestation period, those kids have emerged from their burrows. How proactive are we at estimating our health needs then? What what if everything was used to its fullest capacity for not any monetary return, but only for the fun of experiencing fulfillment, or for the fun of a fulfilling experience? For instance, two of my students want to be air hostesses. One of them the 14-year-old, said that her mum gets really worried about her traveling places. So we brainstormed and thought of a few things that could be done. One was to give up the idea of being an air hostess and do what her mum tells her to do because that's what good kids do. They listen to their parents. If they do so, their parents don't get worried and they'll have no stress related ailments. Well, the next option was that we use all the available resources to make sure that mum doesn't get stressed out. So, what we thought about was that what if there was a system through which her mum could know about her mental and physical health on a 24/7 basis? At any time, her family, her favorite people, would be able to access one simple app and use the technology to know exactly how she was doing, right from what she ate or consumed and how that was reacting to the nerves and the cells in her body, what impulses were being sent to her brain and how it reacted, what her emotions looked like, and how much effect that was having in her physical attributes. What might cause it or her had what might cause it hard for her to continue to stay in this body, and if she ceases to breathe, then how long will it take for her to be completely decomposed to become a part of nature in the way that new plants can grow off her? The entire life cycle of a human being, basically, all that recorded into technology. Many people have different ambitions in life. Mine is to be a perfect cadaver. I want to be dissected by researchers and anatomists in KMC Mangalore and have the perfect pieces of organs under my skin so that students can use each cell in me to learn how to be the best version of them. That would be reaching the pinnacle of being a successful teacher. For a lot of other people, different things matter. I believe that the society we live in now marks the true marker of our success in the following: going to a great educational institution, having very creative future plans, knowing how to solve their own problems. So these are the matrices of a successful life. Why not touch base on the mental health situation prevailing in our own societies? It's an elephant in the room that no one really wants to talk about. So, not having a mental health condition or knowing exactly how to deal with it would be another indicator of a life well lived. We all go through anxiety, depression, or sadness, which impacts our physical health. We do have ample devices like heart rate monitors, ECG devices to check the ECGs, devices to check the fetus development like the ultrasound machines, not to mention the x-rays that we have used for generations now. We use laser hair treatments, we use endoscopy to see the insides of our body. Dental surgery would be impossible without the expensive state-of-the-art technology. All this and so much more are the influences of technology in our existence. What's really more interesting is to know the science backed up by morals to enable a better lifestyle. I say this to a lot of my colleagues at moralscience.com, my brainchild, that moral science is the new trend catching up in the world of education. There's a huge opportunity to capitalize on the science through technology. It's not just scientific, but it's also proved by mathematical formulae for centuries together. For instance, a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Whatever be the numbers we punch into those variables, this formula will derive the correct answer. Similarly, if we can substitute the truth A with truth, substitute A with truth and B with integrity, then squaring it will result in the same amount of success and loyalty. If we put in more effort, we get more success and loyalty. If we stay less of it, it goes less of it. So the variables could be the number 1 or it could be the number 9. Okay? Or 10 being the highest or any other number. The number isn't finite over there. If I should break it down even further to spread the joy in explaining, then it simply means that the amount of success that can be calculated as money earned, respect and dignity in the society, social connections and followers are all equally related to the amount of truth in the hard work we put in, which is nothing more than the integrity. Alright, so now the future plan. Well, I'm curious to know what people think about death. That is really far into the future as I would like to think. So, the insurance companies have come up with strategies on how to be financially viable to those who plan their future. What are the other plans? Well, maybe think about the amount of intellectual property that can be well documented and left behind for generations to come. I can't not think of Rabindranath Tagore, Shakespeare, legends like Manusmriti and Kautilya as the pointers of lives well lived. I'm still researching about Manusmriti and Kautilya. But what's significant here is to notice that technology has succeeded in preserving their knowledge over the body they lived in. What I want to talk about now is about this one time not so long ago when someone very close was infected by the terrors of COVID 19. It was the use of the most advancing technology, the oximeter, that helped monitor the oxygen levels in her blood. Due to the lockdown, visiting the doctor was impossible. However, having video calls for the same was imperative. She was diagnosed by a physician from KMC Mangalore and was quick. The quick use and ease of the use of technology has successfully kept her alive today. Another example of how technological advancement has kept someone else I know alive and thriving is my mom. That lady had about 20 brain tumors and wasn't getting detected. Only bits and pieces of her were shutting down, like she couldn't see properly, she couldn't um, she couldn't see properly. Her ability to talk, move, swallow, digest, and even breathe were getting hampered. It was the MRI scans in Manipal back then in the late 90s that helped discover a very unique type of tuberculosis in her brain, and then continued injections and advanced level of steroids to help her recover. With the ever growing levels of pollutants in the air, nebulizer use is becoming more popular than we want it to be. But thank goodness for the technological advancements, because of which we can easily have our lungs cleared out of mucus and congestion. Having babies through IVF treatment, getting a pacemaker to regularize cardiovascular functionalities, getting plastic surgeries after a nerve wracking accident or a burn, liposuction to deal with obesity, drafting hair for baldness, cataract operations to regain vision and visibility, kneecap replacement to walk comfortably again, hearing aids, prosthetic limbs for the less fortunate to move with ease and discover the dignity in mobility are just a few examples of how our life is interlinked with technology. The food we eat today consists of probably just 0.1% of homegrown and self made ingredients. Everything else is manufactured by technology in machine operated environment. Is brought to us via technology using the transport system. Even our plates, glasses, spoons and forks are man made. The amount of nutrients that exists in our food we eat is written on the packet, and that information is derived by the microbiologist working tirelessly in labs located globally. Our very own DNA is altered by the impact of technology. The radiations of microwaves, the infrared emissions of TV remotes, the algorithms of mobile phones are now our biological signatures, and it's not going to stop at all. Instead, we are all becoming more like robots. In my opinion, Ma Durga was an intelligent scientist that made the first robot from naturally occurring ingredients. She named it Ganesh, and I'm sure she did that because she needed something to assist her family. There were just so many times, so many occasions when her husband was too busy working long hours. She needed something to help her people, her humongous family, where, if we may, for an argument's sake, consider the entire human race as her kids. That was an artificial intelligence with naturally decomposable ingredients and at its best, and it was proved by having their head replaced. That's true use of technology, according to me. With little or no training, the vital component of the robot was replaced. That's utility. And now we are in that phase where celestial development, where each one of us, all her family members per se, have access to the various forms of the exact same robot, but we are simply playing with it as a toy. We are sharing a lot of knowledge, and the best part now is to try becoming better versions of ourselves through this technology, which is here to stay. The ease of record keeping and data management via chipping plants and animals of vast centuries or in the husbandry industry has worked wonders. A lot of humans are getting chipped too, and why not? It may be looked down upon currently, but probably in a few years, authenticity can be measured with no human interference. It could be traded as NFTs, and with blockchain technology, our physical, mental, and cognitive healthcare would only see advancements by adapting to newest technologies. India is a cradle of civilization. The scientific nature of medicine, surgery, and treatments, even concepts of meditation, healing, yoga, massaging, has emerged from the ancient studies that are coded into our culture and traditions. The Vedas, the Upanishads are flooded with theories and practicalities that have proved to enhance health. It's just a matter of becoming in and one with the solution. It's about opening ourselves and accepting that we win when technology does. It's to walk past these fears of failure and stepping into the obsession of self-care that will make us healthy inside out. Our biggest enemy is ourselves. It's our inabilities to recognize our own niche and what drags us into the turmoil of bad health. Staying happy, calm, and positive is the essence of a great, long, and a wonderful life. Getting connected to oneself needs zero technology. The secret of ecstasy is in self praise and self love through prayer and self respect. There's just so much an external influencer can achieve. The technology we are so amazed by. Let me read that again. There is just so much an external influencer can achieve. That is the technology we are so amazed by. In reality, we have a start and a finish date. It is how we live in the middle of those two numbers that makes the vastest difference. Technology is an enabler, and it's just smart to make the most of all the available resources to have that great life. I hope you enjoyed reading this just as much as I did writing it. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead.